Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. We'll get started here in a minute. Going to be doing a honey live flight tonight. These got 5 honey. How's it going, Roy? Welcome in, welcome in. Like I said, we got a honey blind tonight, so we'll be going through it real shortly. Just waiting for a little bit for other people to join. We'll get started right at 7 o'clock. But thank y'all for joining. Mic level okay? Everybody can hear? Yep. Got a little toppers on here because I poured. Yeah, the honey's pretty. This is definitely Roy's suggestion to do the honey blind. So thank you for suggesting it. I finally got through some of the honey ones that I hadn't opened yet, like this bee's knees and these 2 blue notes here. So I'm really excited to see what comes out on top in this blind. So hopefully we'll get into it really quick. But 5 samples to go through, so we're definitely going to see which one of these actually is best. Really interested to see what the green note, the Green River finishes in, what place it finishes in, and these 2 blue notes, they were actually really good. So I'm excited to see where they place. Short Barrel does some fantastic stuff too. So, but we'll definitely get into all of it. So after this live is concluded, I'll post it. But one of the things I wanted to point out is this is the new stave I got from Barrel Art. They do fantastic products. They refurbish barrels and stuff like that. They do these staves. This is a blind stave, so really excited to feature their products in my videos. They also have a product for your Blanton's toppers, to where you can actually display your Blanton's toppers a little bit easier to display than the stave that comes directly from Buffalo Trace. That one from Buffalo Trace is a full size stave, and it's kind of hard to place that somewhere in most people's bourbon rooms. So check out Barrel Art if you haven't already. They got some fantastic products, but I'll have a link to their products after this video is over, after this live's over. Welcome in. We'll get started here in a minute. Just want to wait until 7 o'clock, and then we'll get started with the blinds. Anyway, anybody try anything interesting lately? Something new? There's a couple bottles that that have just come out that I'm trying to get a hold of, that I'm really excited to try. There's a Redwood Empire weeded one that I'm hunting right now that just came out. I like Redwood Empire, so I'm hunting that bottle right now. couple of other new bottles that just came out that I finally got a hold of. Just a couple more minutes and we'll get started, guys. But I finally got a hold of my Still Austin Red Corn. That one was kind of hard to find, and I finally found a bottle and managed to get one. So very excited to try that one. Still Austin makes some really good products. But not sure if there's much more honey finishes out there that I can get and include in blinds like this. But yeah, Jack 10's awesome. I have a bottle that's almost gone. Actually, no, I haven't opened the Jack 10. It's the Jack 12 that I have that I pretty much drank through. But yeah, Jack 10's awesome. I love Jack 10. I have had it, and I just haven't opened my bottle from it yet. That's a blind I need to do too. Is probably Jack Daniel's blind, since I have all these bottles up here that I need to go through. All right, guys. Welcome to my blind flight fight live tonight. We're going to go through. This one is going to be a honey blind. So the first bottle I got in the blind is a short barrel. This is Bee's Knees 5. Bee's Knees 5, this one is actually the Texas edition. It actually has Texas honey in it. Some of the other editions that you can pick up have different honeys in it. I think Kentucky had their own honey. Next one is going to be the Green River honey that just came out. This one's a fantastic bottle. It's really inexpensive for Green River, and it's actually a bourbon finished in honey. It's not honey flavored. None of these are honey flavored. These are actually finishes, so they should be pretty good. Next bottle in the lineup is going to be After Swarm 2. This is the rye version of Short Barrel's honey finish. So this one's the Bee's Knees is the bourbon, and the After Swarm is the rye. Next bottle in the lineup is going to be Blue Note. This one is the honey rye cask. So this is their rye version of a honey finish. So this one actually looks pretty good. Oh, camera lost my face. Hold on a second. But yeah, this one's actually pretty good. So definitely look forward if you can find this one. The next one in here is going to be the Blue Note honey cask finish, and this one right here is the bourbon. So this is the bourbon one, bourbon rye, and then I just have a regular one that's honey. I'm gonna fix the camera real quick, guys. Give me just a second. There we go. So you get a little bit more reveal of my room that I set up. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. Those are the bottles that will be in this blind tonight. So we're going to start off with number 1. My wife mixed these up, so I really don't know which one's in which glass. So we're going to go ahead and start with number 1. This one smells like a rye. Don't get much of the honey off of the nose. A lot of these, I haven't been picking up the honey off of the nose. It would be more on the palate. Oh, yeah, that one's definitely honey forward. Get a lot of floral notes off of that one. I really think this one right here would be the short barrel After Swarm, because that's the one that I got the strong floral note off of. So not surprised if this one ends up being After Swarm, but it's good flavor. So we'll move on to number 2. This one smells like a bourbon. Not getting much of the honey off of the nose though. That one has a pretty floral flavoring as well, but the honey does come through on the front of the palate. A lot of these that are honey finished, what I found is that the honey actually doesn't present itself on the nose that much, but as soon as it hits the palate, on the front of the palate, you get that honey finish coming through, and then it goes into the flavors of either a rye or a bourbon, and has a pretty good finish on a lot of these. So that one was really good too. This is going to be a hard blind because I like all of these bottles. That one's really, really light. Just a tad of sweetness coming through on the honey, but nothing like the other two. The other two, the honey really hits you in the front of the palate. So right now, that one's not standing out very much to me. So we'll go in for glass number 4. That one is the same way. Both of these, but this one's lighter. The 3's lighter. 4 is a little bit more flavor. Got a little bit more of the sweetness from the honey coming through. But these two right here, strong floral notes off of them. But this one right here has a lot more flavor than this one. This one's light. This one's really, really light. So we'll go into for the final glass. That one tastes more like a rye. Not a whole lot of the honey sweetness coming through on that either. So if I was going to rank them right now, I'd probably say these are the first two. Then it would go 4, 5, and then 3. But I'm going to go back through them to make sure I'm good with that ranking. But that's the ranking that I have right now. So even now, I'm not picking up much honey off of the nose. Yeah, that's just super light. Not a whole lot of flavor coming off of that. That one seems light too. A little bit more flavor coming off of it, a little bit better finish. 4. Yeah, that one has a lot more flavor than these two too. Better finish too. So we're going in for the last two. Now I'm smelling more honey on the nose on these last two. Yeah, that's really, really good. More honey on this one. Yeah, that's definitely number 1. This one's definitely in the last place. So my ranking is going to go number 1, number 2, number 4, number 5, and then number 3 for last place. So here's your podium right here on the stave. And we're going to go ahead and see who won this blind. And then we're going to infinity blend them all together and see if they actually taste any better blended all together. And so I'm going to go ahead and start off with the short barrel bee's knees. So this one was number 5. So this one came in 4th place. So number 5 came in 4th place. Move on to the Green River Honey. This was number 3. I kind of suspected that. Green River Honey is a little bit lower proof. It doesn't have the proof point to push it. It's still a fantastic bottle, but it did come in last place in this blind. So we'll move on to the, let's go in with the Blue Note because I think that After Swarm won. This one's number 2. This one is the Blue Note Honey Rye Cast finish. So it is a rye, and I feel like I like the rye honey finish more than I like the bourbon honey finishes. So that one came in second place. And the Blue Note bourbon finish one, that one came in number 4. I'm sorry, it came in third place. So this one actually is second. This one's third. And your winner right now is the Short Barrel After Swarm 2. This one came in first place. Not surprised by that. That's a fantastic bottle. If you haven't had this one, I highly suggest you get it. It's a fantastic bottle. I love that. It does give a very strong floral note. So if you don't like that on your whiskey, you may not like that. You may want to go with the bourbon version. But so the winners tonight, Short Barrel After Swarm, I'm sorry, comes in first place. Second place came in with the Blue Note rye finish. And the third place came in with Blue Note, the bourbon finish and honey. So there's your podium. I'm going to go ahead and blend these together, and let's see if it actually improves it. Yeah, the honey definitely brings out the flavor in the rye. So it adds the sweetness that the rye is missing. A lot of times whenever I drink a rye, I get a strong black tea note. So when I'm drinking a honey finished rye, it's nice that I get that sweetness up front from the honey, and it just tastes like black tea with a little bit of honey added to it. So, and that's how I drink my tea. I don't use sugar. I like to use honey, and whenever I'm drinking tea, so that actually works out for my palate definitely. Oop, a little strong swirl there. A little seasoning on the wood. The floral note's not coming through on the blend. But I do get a strong rye spice coming through, a little bit of black pepper. Yeah, that's got a very interesting nose. Strong black pepper nose. That's really good. I am picking up that black tea note that I just discussed about on the rye, but it's faint. It's not as strong as if I was drinking the rye version of this one. This one, I got a really strong black tea note on the back end, but I got the honey on the front end. So the honey rye cast from Blue Note, very strong black tea note, but it actually gave me a lot of sweetness up front. A lot of the honey came through, a little bit of a floral note, but overall, fantastic bottle. But I'm not surprised that Short Barrel's After Swarm 2 won, because this is a fantastic bottle. If you haven't had that bottle, I highly suggest that you get that bottle. But the blend is actually pretty nice. It tones down some of those floral notes from this one, and you pick up more of the black tea note with the honey hitting on the front of the palate. Yeah, that's really nice. So all 5 of them blended together, you get more of the honey on the front end, you get more of the sweetness on the front end, You get the rye spice on the back end with a little bit of black tea note, but it's muted. It's not as strong. If I pour this one by itself, I get a strong black tea note. So let's compare the two. Which glass was this? Number 2. Yeah, get more of the rye spice on the nose. This one's muted, but still picking up the rye spice there. Yeah, the sweetness from the honey hits the front of the palate. Very strong black tea note in the mid palate and going into the finish. Good finish on this. This actually is 116.49 proof, so pretty good proof point to push the finish to the back. So fantastic bottle. This one's the same characteristic, not as much of the rye spice coming through. Honey on the front of the palate, a little bit of sweetness there, but the black tea note is a lot more muted than it is if you do this Blue Note honey rye cask finish. That one has the black tea note a lot more that punches you in the face. So if you don't like that note, then I wouldn't suggest this bottle for you, because that one is the predominant note in the middle of the palate. But these two right here, these two Blue Notes are fantastic bottles. And if you find them on the shelf, I definitely recommend you buy them. Yeah, these Blue Notes are fantastic. I actually had to order these from a liquor store in Florida and have them shipped to my house because I couldn't find them here in Texas. But what was the name of that liquor store? It's a liquor store out of Tampa, Florida. So you might want to look into that. I had to order these two and actually have them shipped because they don't have them in Texas. So once again, here are your winners. The Short Barrel After Swarm 2 won first place. Blue Note Honey Rye Cask won finished second, and the Blue Note Honey Bourbon Cask finished third. And the proof point on the bourbon one is 113.86 proof, so that's probably why it won, because this one, the Green River right here, I think this one is only 92 proof. Yep, it's only 92 proof, so it's not going to stand up against something that's like 113 proof. So I'm not surprised about this. This one, I'm surprised didn't do well. This one's 107.2 proof, and this is a bee's knees, so I'm surprised that didn't do well. So that is the blind, and here are your winners. Once again, thank y'all for joining. If you haven't had a chance, check out Barrel Art. They're the one that supplied me with this stave right here for my blind. Yeah, I'm surprised as well. Yeah, that this one I thought would do a lot better in the blind, but I would pass on this one if I had a chance to get this one. The After Swarm is better. So anyway, Barrel Art is the one that supplied me with the stave. If you want to check them out, they do a fantastic job of reclaimed barrels. Can't even speak right now. Reclaimed barrels. This one actually is a Buffalo Cherry Buffalo Trace stave that they refinished and put it to where you can actually hold Glencairns on it. So definitely look that one up. And I'll link that in the video that I post after this live. So what do y'all think? I'm about to do a summer finishing series where I do some of these finished whiskeys up here. Definitely the Penelopes and some of the other ones like Angel's Envy and stuff like that are port finished. I'll include those in the series as well. But what do you think my next blind should be? Do you want to see the Jack Daniel's blind? I have a barrel proof rye, a single barrel proof bourbon, the heritage barrel, a 10-year, and a 12-year. You want to see that? I can do that next. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely do the Jack Daniel's one. Um, I think I have reviews on these on my YouTube channel. So I've done these before. I've definitely done that one. Definitely done that one. I've not done the 10-year, but I'll crack open the 10-year to do a Jack Daniel's blind. But I am doing, like I said, the summer finishing series. That way I can actually do some of these ones that are finished and actually do those and see what they rank, because I'm interested in that Project X that I have up there. I have finished. I want to compare that one actually to the Angel's Envy because that one's a sherry finish, and I want to see what sherry finish versus port finish actually does. So I'll be doing that soon. So check that series out. Under $50 worth. Yeah. I have a feeling that Wild Turkey would win that one if it's under $50. I mean, you can't really beat Wild Turkey 101 in a blind under $50. Elijah Craig comes close, but I really feel like Wild Turkey 101 is the best value under $50. I mean, you can't beat that price. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind doing a blind under $50, but like I said, I have a feeling that Wild Turkey 101 is going to actually win that one hands down. So that a benchmark blind, yeah, I have all the benchmarks. I can definitely put that in a blind. I mean, my favorite benchmark out of all of them is Top Floor, so I think I might be able to pick that one out of a lineup. So I don't know how well that would do, but I definitely would put that in a blind. Benchmark. Let's see what else. I think I did an Old Forester one already. 10-year blind. Yep. I have quite a few 10 years. Let's see. I have the Jack Daniels 10-year. I have this new Rittenhouse one right here. This one. This one is the Rittenhouse 250th edition for 250th anniversary for America's 250. This one's a 10-year. I have to actually do the review on this one, but Really excited about this one. I haven't seen anything aged by Rittenhouse. Have y'all seen anything aged by Rittenhouse? This is the only bottle I've ever seen that has an age statement. Also have that Birmingham anniversary. Yeah, I have the Birmingham anniversary one too that I need to do a review on. But yeah, that would be a good blind. Have a McKenna 10-year back there. Have another. I think this Old Fitz is a 9-year, not a 10-year. So, but definitely I need to do a 10-year blind. This Jack Daniels blind would be good, and the benchmark would definitely be good. A weeded blind, yeah. I just picked up some actual old bottles of Larceny when I did a trade. So I picked up, let's see what this one is. This one's just a store pick, but I did pick up some old bottles of Larceny when I did a trade. I traded a 107 and got two Larceny. I think there were C923 and a C921. I think that's what I got. But got two bottles of Larceny and I got the 1792 cognac cast. My wife has been asking me for this bottle for a long, long time, so finally got it. 1792 cognac cast. So look for a review on that. But yeah, weed one would be good because I have Larceny, I have the Birmingham. I think I also have. I know I have all the Wellers that I need to do with. I have a kosher wheat that I need to do as well. So yeah, that would be good to do a blind on those. So I definitely will look into doing a blind on that. Anyway, like I said, here are your winners once again. After Swarm 2, Blue Note Rye Whiskey, and Blue Note Bourbon Whiskey finished in honey. So 1, 2, 3. But anyway, I do want to show y'all this stave that I got from Barrel Art, and I highly recommend you check them out. I'll post a link in the videos that are uploaded from this live. But Barrel Art did a really good job on this. They actually sent me this stave. So if you want to check them out, I'll post the link. But when I got this, it's actually smelled like whiskey. It doesn't smell like it anymore. So, but that's a shame. But it's still a fantastic stave. So if you want to check them out, make sure you check them out. I'll provide a link in the videos that I post from this blind. That's a blend. That's good. Anyway, thank you all again for joining my live blind flight. Actually, like I said, this one, Short Barrel After Swarm 2 wins. Blue Note, the rye finish one, actually comes in second place. And Blue Note, the bourbon finish one, actually comes in third. So there's your winners right there. So I'll look to do another blind on next Wednesday. It's either going to be the Jack Daniels blind or it's going to be the benchmark blind. So try and keep something that's easily attainable. These two right here are not, but every one of the benchmarks are. You can pick those up anywhere. So just kind of want to keep it to where if you like the bottle, you can pick it up. Thank you all again for joining. Like I said, I'll link to the stave from Barrel Art. They have a lot of different other products. You can actually get the Blanton's topper one where you can display it. Actually, it has a bottle. You put the Blanton's bottle here, and the toppers display out in a semicircle right in front of it. So that's fantastic. I like Barrel Art, and I definitely highly suggest that you check them out for some of their reclaimed products. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. I really don't. I would say that it's reclaimed, but they're basically taking barrels and making different products out of it. So, yeah, I would say it's reclaimed. Anyway, once again, thank you all for joining. If you have any comments on the blinds, if you would like me to do a future blind, hit me up on messages. I respond to all the messages on my channel. So if you just hit me up on my messages, I will respond to you. So anyway, thank you all again for joining. That'll conclude this blind flight fight. After Swarm 1, Blue Note, the rye cast finish came in second. Blue Note, the bourbon cast finish came in third. So that's your winners right there. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, thank y'all for joining, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks again.